on the couch when you watch Small Wonder. Next time you see Vicky, the spot up is sticky, cause it's used your mom's. Don't worry, I'll put it back in the Frigidaire. Scared you can have it for supper, nice and crisp in the Tupperware. No bedtime story, Gabe, get off your soap. Josh, get in bed, Freddy Krueger, I'll let you see your mom in the morning. No porn and shut the shade, Gabe. One day you know how nice it is to get, well, you're getting paid. Bad babysitter, got my boyfriend in your shower. I'm making $6 an hour. I'm a bad babysitter, got my boyfriend in your shower. I'm making $6 an hour. Oh, Dad, they just came back. Jeez, Mr. W, your wife looks bad.
Oh, it must have been the drink she had. We drank some Mai Tais, watch high live, rip off a thigh highs.
Too much information. I need a ride.
Oh, let's take the Benz.
That's the coolest car I've ever seen.
How old are you again? I forget, 19?
Yeah, it's like in like 4 years.
Oh, one time, could you please show me one of those nice chairs?
Have you been working out?
Worked out. Here's the house.
You wanna come in? We just got this awesome new couch.
Oh, stop it, girl.
Can I get a little peek?
Nah, girl, I'll take a rain check and see you next week.
I'm a bad babysitter, got my boyfriend in your shower. I'm making $6 an hour. I'm a bad babysitter, got my boyfriend in your shower. I'm making $6 an hour. I'm a bad babysitter, got my boyfriend in your shower. I'm making $6 an hour. I'm a bad babysitter, got my boyfriend in your shower. I'm making $6
That's about it,
an
Steve.
hour.
From the album Princess Superstar is Princess Superstar and Bad Babysitter. Did you enjoy it, Rick?
Yeah, I did.
Good, good.
Yeah,
Super
no, I like that.
Yeah.
That's 2 out of 2 from that album I've liked.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'll go and buy the album on the way home.
Do it, make
Steve.
another
Just
note
make
of
a
that,
little
Rick.
note.
You've got Outcast to
What's
buy,
that?
which has not actually been
Outcast.
released yet, but I'm sure you can pull some strings.
I'll get someone onto that. Good. Okay, XFM 104.9. It's the Vicky Gervais Show.
Absolutely.
Can I stop you there?
Go on.
With Steve Merchant.
Thanks very much.
No worries. Yeah. Cheers. We're talking about presents here. I just remembered something else I had. I was just into science from like the age of like 5, 6 to about so 18, 19. I'm still into it, but I studied it and I absolutely loved it. And I got a microscope set when I was about, I suppose, 10 or 11, and just looking at butterfly wings and just anything under there, like 300 times. Thought this was amazing, right? And in it came these little shrimp eggs, and you could look at them, and then you could breed them. You had to put them in a salt water solution and then keep them at a certain temperature, and they think, oh, and a nice little beach, and they'd come out.
Yeah.
What I did, speed up the process a little bit, popped it on the electric fire, right? We had one of those fake plastic coal things with one of those little metal things that turned round from the heat and made it look like flames. It didn't. I'll be honest, it didn't.
Because who the hell was fooled?
Yeah.
Coming and going, you got a lovely roaring fire there.
yeah. The flames are encased behind that plastic coal.
Exactly.
But I love it. Popped them on there, left them there for a little while. Bit too hot. Came back. Just melted, really. Just dry, and the thing was sort of slightly warped. So, them shrimps did not see the light of day.
Once again, your laziness and sinfulness just... I got to speed up the experiment.
Absolutely.
Come on. I can advance nature.
Yeah, exactly.
on.
Yeah.
Do you stand in front of a microwave just going, come on,
yeah.
A minute and a half for soup?
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
That's
so,
majestic.
Yeah, but I learned the lesson.
Yeah.
Now I make sure the shrimps are the right temperature.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
You reminded me of something I was going to say then, but I can't remember. I've embarrassed myself live on air.
Yeah.
Should have kept that quiet. No one would have known. No one was there thinking, I wish Steve would say something now. It's crazy.
What
I
was
hope
Steve
he
gonna
hasn't forgotten
say?
the story.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it was. It was about you said about the sort of the fire and that idea of kind of buying a piece. It's like when people buy a fake Rolex watch.
Yeah.
And they tell people it's fake. Utter waste of time.
Yeah.
You told me that it's like what I'm getting one over on the Rolex people.
But you're right on that side. But the point is, why buy a fake Rolex watch? I mean, why buy a Rolex watch? I don't think they're very
they look
expensive.
good. They look nice.
Yeah.
And it's a transparent display of wealth. But it's when there's like a builder who you know's on like £5 an hour wearing a Rolex.
You're joking, aren't you, Steve? Pod carriers can get upward of £550 a day. So you've embarrassed yourself.
I don't know anything. It seems like I don't know anything about the building industry anymore.
Unbelievable.
Do you know once my friend showed off this watch that he bought, and a guy had sort of dodgy bloke had sold it to him on the street.
Yeah.
And he'd been up in London, and some guy on Oxford Street had sold him this watch, and it looked really good, and it worked fine for years, and it just looked class, and I thought, wow, that's brilliant. And I came to London for something, and I walked up and down Oxford Street for 2.5 hours trying to get sold a dodgy watch. And I'd be going up to people like selling lighters, going, yeah, not interested in lighters. Got any watches?
Yeah.
And I go, no, I haven't got any watches. Go down to the perfume guy, and I go down to the perfume bloke, you, any watches? is.
I love the idea that they saw you go, no, watch and they go, no.
I know.
Why? It's a bad advertisement, mate. If people see you walking around with this, it's not good for trade. What? How dare you? Send me one of those stolen watches. I can't do it, mate. More than my job's worth. Tim Benson. Black Snow. It's a great tune.
Good song, isn't it?
I love it. It's sort of like punky, but it's got more in common with stuff like Steppenwolf and
My only
Bad
worry
Company.
is that, are they like sort of 18-year-olds who, like Gomez, are trying to sound like they've kind of had a rough, hard-living life?
No.
They are old 40-somethings.
Well, no, they're not. They're sort of, but they're dirty.
Yeah, good. Do you notice that Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge, just popped in there to bid us Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
And I noticed, Claire, you said something like, has he got another kid, did you say?
Yeah.
How many children has he got?
I think he's got the two now. Yeah.
Clearly, he has got the knowledge, hasn't he, in every sense.
Yeah.
I imagine he's a great lover.
He knows.
I imagine he's got wonderful fingers.
He knows what
Magic fingers.
Well, he's actually got little toady hands. Right. He uses a lot of utensils.
Yes.
He's invented all these little things that go with and it just it's over very quickly, so we can get on with learning.
Pleasure gloves.
Yeah, because even when he's making love, there's a stack of trivia books.
Exactly.
So
well, he can tell you about kind of great shags of the past.
Yeah. Oh, he's heard. Here he comes.
Yeah, here he comes.
Oh, look, I love him because you don't know this, listeners, but he looks like Penfold of Danger Mouse. He does. It
hasn't stopped him breeding.
Yeah. It's not. You don't usually call it. You usually call it breeding when it's humans.
Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge.
Come in. Hey. All right.
Christmas to
It's like Steve Wright and his posse. All right. Merry Christmas.
Hi.
Are you?
So tell us, are you a great ladies' man? Were you a great ladies' man before you were married?
It's not something I talk about. I'm married now.
Because he's sort of like got a little shaved head and he's got a beard and it's exactly the same colour, sort of ginger hair. He looks like a tennis ball. It's just hair, exactly the same length, all over his face.
And no reason for me to come in was that abuse was happening without me here.
Yeah, I know.
And now I've come in, you just continue.
But say though, so it's with your blessing, and I think we're nice. Say Merry Christmas.
Hi, Merry Christmas, all listeners.
See, you're on at 5 o'clock, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to make a note of that. When I bought those two albums, I'm going to listen to Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge, on at 5 o'clock on XFM.
Isn't it incredible? Because he's been in since 11 o'clock this morning, just compiling information for every record he'll be playing.
Yeah.
The show's only 20 minutes long.
But you know, with him, it's because he's got to offload it.
Yeah.
He's got to talk about it all the time because it's only, he's got a huge brain. It's warm. It's going warm. All information.
What are you playing next, Claire?
You bored? Sorry, were we boring you two?
Oh, is this that list? Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
So can you tell us about Star Sailor? What do you know about some interesting facts about Star Sailor?
Into the microphone, into the micropole that goes down the loudy box and out to the radiograph in the homes all around England.
They're rubbish.
Thank you.
Steve Taylor, controversial view. Still, he has bred people.
Hives. Before that, Star Sailor. It's been a bit of a punk sort of show, this, isn't it?
It has,
in general, the whole year's been a little bit of a. I blame the Strokes, but you see, I enjoyed punk. You were too young and don't care for it. But
well, I have to say that if punk the first time round was as exciting as I found it this year, then I've missed out because I've really enjoyed it. Really.
So I want to go and play you all things like X-ray specs and things like that now.
Are they as kind of melodic though as things like the Strokes and White Stripes and so on? Are they kind of tuneful? Because the White Stripes.
In fact, I've picked a very bad example because they were sort of like pop punk and Polystyrene was almost. She wasn't a joke, but they had saxophones and stuff, so it's probably a bad example of early. I mean, the Sex Pistols summed it all up.
Yeah, sure.
But we enjoyed that, don't we?
No, we did. I have to say that although there has been a nice bit of sort of punky sound this year, for me it's been very much a year for the geeks. And you'd have thought I'd have enjoyed that.
Well, that's new metal, though, isn't it?
It is the new metal.
Sort of these people just in their bedroom playing sort of computer games and loving
Limp Bizkit. New metal has
Bizkit.
taken over the world. It's
It's
just
mad, isn't
incredible.
it? It's absolutely huge.
Suddenly, Linkin Park and.
But see, I don't mind things like Marilyn Manson because they're having a go, they're having a bit of a laugh, and But I just.
But it always seemed so perennially uncool to me when I was younger. Anyone who was into that kind of music, I just thought loser. And that's
coming from
the calling the pop black.
Yeah, imagine that.
But it's the year of the geeks, not just because of new metal, but also because of just these fantasy films with the Harry Potter stuff, and now Lord of the Rings. It's like everyone's obsessed.
Now it's
with
cool to play Dungeons.
Because I was never into that rubbish.
No,
I've always thought
definitely
it's like
yeah.
It's like people who are still obsessed with Harry Potter. They go, I'm rereading Harry Potter for the third time. And I think, listen, I haven't read it. Okay, I'm sure it's very good. But you're rereading it for the third time. There are books out there written by adults for adults with, like, sex and other exciting things.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter, I'll just read... Like, in case you missed something the first time around.
But maybe they're learning the spells.
I'm stunned by it. I mean, have you read it all, Claire? Are you all up on this?
What, Harry Potter?
and
I
all
actually went out and bought the first Harry Potter book and lost interest halfway through because there was no sex in it.
No,
so
exactly.
Couldn't be
it's like
bothered.
why I never go to see any Disney films. There's never the prospect of any nudity. If there's no chance of
See,
needing
I think
tickets,
I think you're actually buying the wrong books.
Right.
What you want to buy, Steve, is a pornographic magazine.
Tell me more.
Wow. In there, you see, what you get...
Ladies. Other ladies.
Sometimes ladies.
Nudie ladies.
Sometimes ladies. Stereophonics and the theme tune to BBC Two's The Office. Handbags and glad rags.
Absolutely.
So I think we should be playing Christmas songs as well, though. Because American Christmas War is over. A great...
Is it really?
What?
The theme tune to The Office?
I think it meant, is war really over? It is. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah. That's, there. To be fair, Rod Stewart did it first.
Yeah, and we don't use the Stereophonics version.
No, or the Rod Stewart version.
Thank you.
Too expensive.
Exactly. Costs a
So,
fortune.
had to re-record it.
Yep. Or little known facts.
Yeah,
You should save that for the DVD.
Or Steve Taylor would have blown it anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
wouldn't he? He'd come on with the knowledge and told him everything.
I was thinking
Fairy Tale New York.
beautiful song.
Can we find
It'd be
that?
nice to try and dig it. I'm sure everyone's playing it at the moment.
Yeah, let's
Online.
Let's
But
not
I mean, we
play it.
should. It's good. No, it's
Let's play Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul
Can we play
McCartney.
Driving Home for Christmas, Chris Rea?
Oh, he is. There's a lyric in that goes, look at, he's in the car driving for Christmas, and he looks over at the other bloke in the other car, he goes, he's just the same as me.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
He's just the same as me.
Driving Home for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Is he saying he's copied him? He's like, oi, what are you wearing? That's the same as me, that is.
What did you get your missus? The same, is it?
Are you? Who are you a stalker? I'm Chris Rea.
Hello?
Yeah. He's going back to Newcastle.
Exactly.
Oh, they talk, innit?
Is that where he's from?
Yeah. Is it Middlesbrough or Newcastle or
Do you remember when Rea made a film?
Cleveland? Go on.
Chris Rea made a film. They all do it like Dave Stewart made that film with the All Saints, Honest. No one went to see it.
No.
But Chris Rea made a film which was like a kind of fantasy thing. Well, I think Shirley Bassey turned up in it where he was like, have you ever seen this?
No, but oh no, I can't tell you. I'll tell you off air.
Really? Is it outrageous? Is it libelous to Chris Rea?
No, I had to interview Chris Rea about this.
Really?
And Shirley Bassey was there, and she pulled
That's
up
a
in her
weird
limo.
interview.
Yeah,
It's an incredible-
don't ask me. Don't ask me.
What
it was
were you interviewing for?
It was for some satellite
And what did
TV
Bassey
show.
say? Did she disrespect the film?
No. When Bassey came into Pinewood Studios, when she came in, we all had to leave the set so she could drive through the set. We all had to leave so she could drive in.
No.
Just thought I'd tell you that. It's very boring. I wish I hadn't told you that.
What do you mean? She drove her car into the set?
No, she was driven into Pinewood
Right.
Studios, into wherever they were filming, and we had to all leave
why did
as
you
she
have to
arrived.
leave?
Because, I don't know.
Did she knew what you do?
She didn't
Sturgis?
like me.
I don't want that smackhead around in here, you know.
I got some valuables in here.
Yeah. Sturgis.
Diamonds are forever, especially when she's around.
Yeah.
Anyway, I never saw the film, Steve, in answer to your questions.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone did, but the fact that Chris Rea got money to make a film. I mean, has he released a song for years?
He's still going.
Is
He's
he?
probably got a little bit of back catalogue going.
You mentioned Paul McCartney as well. We were talking about that with Steve Taylor. And I'm wondering, because you're talking about his money and the fact he's got loads of wealth, and that's fair enough, and he obviously deserves it. But what I'm wondering is, he's got to be, he's such a
Steve,
rich
does
man.
anyone deserve it?
Unless they spread it around.
Politics.
But, he's obviously, I mean, he must be one of the richest men, certainly in this country, and I'm
Yeah.
sure, internationally. Millions. I don't know if he's reached the billion mark yet. But I'm wondering to myself, why doesn't he spend some of that money making his missus like a bionic leg? That'd be amazing. Do you know what I mean? She could, like, leap over buildings and stuff. That'd be genius.
Well, she wouldn't leap, she'd hop.
Because if I had that much money, I would.
She could only hop.
She'd just be running around in a circle.
She'd win
the one.
she'd
You have
win
to get the other one done as
sports
well.
games, wouldn't she, at school easy? Just
Yeah.
one hop.
Exactly.
And she's won.
I mean, it'd just be incredible. Because I don't know. I mean, the Bionic Man, it was expensive then, wasn't it?
6 million then, Steve. Christ knows what it would cost now with inflation. $6 million, of course. That's only about £4 million
Yeah.
sterling.
Yeah.
But now, and that was like, what was that, 74 or something?
It cost you a fortune.
Hundreds of million.
Oh, I wouldn't even want to guesstimate.
But he got the eye.
Sure.
That's useful.
Yep.
He can see miles away.
Yeah.
He's got the 2 legs. You need the 2 legs for running.
Did he have the 2 legs?
Wouldn't it be? Yeah, of course he did. Otherwise he'd be hopping, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. But he got the 1 arm. He didn't need the 1 arm. They thought, let's not go mad. Let's not make him completely bionic.
Yeah.
But the one thing that always worried me, right, was that when he lifted up a truck with his 1 good arm, why didn't his back collapse?
Yeah.
He didn't have a bionic spine, did he?
Sure.
I could see him lying on the ground and sort of like doing a sort of leg press. That'd be fine. But when he stand up, his back would just collapse, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So you're beginning to wonder if an astronaut who fell out of an airplane while test driving it and was rebuilt as a half robot, you're wondering if there's maybe some flaws in that concept.
Yeah. And Oscar Goldman, I don't know what. And isn't it convenient that his girlfriend had the same 2 legs, 1 arm?
I think that's what drew them closer together, though, Rich.
This time she had the ear.
I don't think he was just on the pull and by chance he got her undressed. He thought, my God, that looks like a familiar familiar plastic arm.
And there was a bionic dog, wasn't there?
And a horse,
But
apparently.
why do you need a bionic horse?
I know.
When you can run at 70 miles an hour, you don't really need to get on a horse, do
Yeah.
you? Unless the bloke that had the bionic horse wasn't bionic, and he could run like really
Well, I
fast.
think the problem was that they'd spent so much money on all these bionic things, they just made a bionic horse, entered it in races.
Yeah, he
Just bet
gets
on
some
it.
of their money back.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Austin, he's not turning up, he's swanning round.
A very costly investment.
Does anyone remember Bionic Man? Is this just, it's all shown again, isn't it, on Bravo?
Everyone knows who the bionic
Oh, just
I
ask
know sci-fi.
Canfield about it.
Oh, I bet he loves it.
Because
doesn't he?
Canfield's only about 14 and he knows the bionic man.
I know, yeah. He's been watching it for 13 and a half years.
Sturge, let's play another song, because we just played the cover version of How Magic Now Race.
Sure.
Great song, really good.
Yeah.
And I've been playing cover
version.
versions all this year. And one of my favourites was this
Run
one
for
I
cover.
played a long time back. Actually, I think I played this when we were standing in for Dermot O'Diddley.
Yeah.
Not
he
for-
was back today, when he just pops up when he wants.
Exactly.
Isn't he?
But I'm not going to play any cover versions in the new year. That's
Go on.
that Cover Me Up or Cover Me Bad. That's gonna
Cover,
be scrapped.
run for cover. Well, I've finished with my, I call it film review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, so
yeah.
we're going to have all new features in the new year.
Yeah.
But I'd love to play this again. This is a Once Around the Block, as done by the Kings of Convenience. Play this, Claire, lovely. Kind of new folk movement, wasn't there, this year, that kind of came and went, and the Kings of the Convenience were supposed to be part of that, and their album Quiet is the New Loud I thought was an absolute treat, and a lot of people just sort of ignored it.
Lovely track,
But
lovely
that's,
version.
That was never actually on the album. That was from the Toxic Girl single, and that's Once Around the Block by Ballet Drum Boy, as done by the Kings of Convenience.
Beautiful. This is great, isn't it, coming in and just like playing songs?
Oh man, it's a lovely
Do you
song.
think the listeners enjoy this as much as we do?
I would imagine not.
No, I don't think
No.
so either.
No.
But does that make us bad people?
No, I don't think it does. It makes us wealthy people.
And lucky, very lucky.
That's true.
PJ Harvey.
Lovely.
Love it, great. I'm loving this, Steve.
Yeah, no, it's
Nearly
great.
Christmas. I had a couple of chocolates there, didn't I?
Oh,
the
yeah.
purple ones in roses. Very much like the Quality Street one, the hazelnut and the toffee.
Yeah.
But getting me in the mood. Now, I know if you're a fan like me, you love the roast dinner.
Oh.
We love the roast dinner. But the Uber roast dinner is the Christmas dinner.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
No, I'm thinking about it now. I can't believe how many different sort of meats you're going to have in your house.
Well, we always have the turkey, obviously,
Yeah.
traditional. Plus, we always have a little bit of pork, a little bit of lamb.
Oh, God. And don't forget the sausage, you know.
Well, I love the fact that someone's designed the turkey Christmas dinner, and then they thought, wait a minute, I also want a little sausage, and let's wrap it in bacon.
Why not? Let's just have
some
stuff
snu-
in it
Can
as
we
well.
have some? Can we have all the meats that are available?
Someone said,
please?
hold on. There's sausage meat in the stuffing. Now, well, sue me.
Yeah, exactly.
Sue me if I want a bit of extra sausage. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's the work of art, and it takes
It's genius.
hours.
Rick, can I ask you what kind of
Go on.
veg you going with this year?
Veg, well, I just love the roast potato. I mean, people have tried to sneak in the Brussels
Because you
sprout.
don't eat vegetables or
I
anything
try
green, do
not
you?
to eat.
Parsnips.
I love parsnips, but when they're crisp and crunchy, like a trendy crisp in a wine bar. I love it when yeah. Oh, I love that.
We'll be having carrots. We'll be having leeks. We'll be having Brussels, obviously. Brussels.
Yeah.
And my mum will always throw in a little bit of something crazy. Maybe there'll be a little bit of red cabbage, something wild, something exotic.